most important element in terms of biomechanics or feel or even physics, if you want to call it that way, is a swing. Most recreational tennis players do not swing their rackets. They prepare their forehand and then they forcefully push the racket through the ball only with their arm. And that's a very inefficient movement. On the other hand, when we swing, we are very efficient because we are using the help of gravity. So when we prepare the racket here and we swing, we actually let the racket go at first with the help of gravity. And that helps us generate a lot of speed so that we don't have to do everything alone. And the easiest way to feel a swing is to swing something heavy. Modern rackets like this one are way too light for you to easily feel a swing. And so that's why I use a ball like this, which is about ½ kilo, and I use that with my students a lot, and I ask them to swing the ball or even throw a ball, and that will very naturally wake up their swinging feeling inside of them. Most people don't have to be taught how to throw with an underhand throw. It's a very natural, very biomechanically optimal movement, and so when you swing like this, you feel, okay, this is the feeling I'm looking for. And we're going to use some weights and different exercises to help you feel the swing, which you're going to implement in your forehand and realize that you can hit your forehand much more efficiently. One of the biggest mistakes tennis players make is that as they're hitting the ball, they're just using their right arm. And so it's very important that we synchronize the movement of both arms so that they work in harmony. And we're going to repeat that throughout this course a few more times. And so as we start with the swing, we already start swinging both arms. So this is the first exercise I would like you to do. So I don't want you to move just your right arm to swing, but actually both arms together. So starts with swinging both arms together. You can be bent down a little bit like this and just try to feel that your arms are very heavy. And then swing them back and forth like this. And it will help you understand what I mean by swing. So from this angle, you want to swing both arms like this. You want to feel very heavy arms and just swing them by moving your shoulder axis like this. After a few swings like this, just come up like this and simulate a forehand. So again, the purpose of this exercise is to help you feel the swing. So as I mentioned in the introduction, this is not exactly how you're going to play a forehand, but it helps you feel the swing. The next exercise you can do is you can use two rackets. That will add a little bit weight to your arms, and it will also help you, they will also help you synchronize your arms. So again, you want to start swinging both rackets like this, and if you hit them together, it means that you didn't synchronize your arms well. So just try and swing both rackets like this, and eventually you can come up like this. So from this angle, again, we want to feel the swing. Before we go on to using our rackets and swinging with our racket, I want to show you one training aid that I use a lot, and these are ankle weights. Their original purpose is to actually strap them around your ankles and use them as a footwork training aid, because they're going to make your legs heavier. They're going to provide some resistance, and when you move around, you will have to engage more of your muscles, your leg muscles. So after a few minutes, you take them off and you will feel that you're light as a feather. You're going to move very fast, very light around the court. But I actually use them as a training aid for swings, and I strap them around the wrists of players because that makes their arms very heavy. And so it helps them feel a very good swing, a very natural swing, because this heavy weight gives them some inertia, some momentum, and they will feel the very natural, very biomechanically optimal swing path of their arm. So highly recommended. You can use them, of course, for your fitness, for your legs, but very, very efficient in teaching a player how to swing. So here's how an exercise, a swing exercise with ankle weights now on my wrist looks like. So when I go in this position, it'll be very easy for me to feel a swing. You will say, okay, now I understand what a swing is. And you will also understand what it means to synchronize your arms and how to use your shoulders to move your arms around, so to swing your arms. And so you do a few swings and you just come up in a forehand follow through. So you just simulate a little forehand follow through and you swing a few times. Later you can also progress to starting with the preparation, like creating a little lift and then swing, and you will understand the function of high preparation and also of the swing. So when you feel a swing and you implement it in your forehand, you're gonna make your forehand much more effortless. Here's how these ankle weights look like from close up. They're actually ½ kilo, so they're quite heavy for the arm. And I like that because they're going to force you into a swing no matter what, because they're too heavy for you to make an incorrect movement. You will have to swing how gravity or momentum makes you do it, and that's how you're gonna develop a very natural and effortless forehand swing. The main reason why I like the ankle weights so much is because they allow me to put something on my student's arm and make it heavy, and yet the student doesn't have to grip anything. The problem with something gripping the racket or perhaps with the ball is that I cannot control. I'm not sure how hard or how tight the player grips the ball. And the problem with the tight grip is that it contracts most muscles in the arm, and that makes the arm very tight, and you lose the feel of a swing. If you want to swing, you have to loosen up your arm, you have to loosen up your muscles, and then you can swing. And so when they have an ankle weight, they have a heavier arm, but they're not gripping anything. So that ensures that they have a very loose and relaxed arm. If I give them a weight, I cannot be 100% sure. So yes, little weights are good and throwing balls is very good. But again, the player might do something incorrectly and I cannot be sure how they're tensing up their arm. So again, if they have an ankle weight, they will not tense up their arm and they will feel the most natural swing their body can produce. If you're not investing into ankle weights, you can use some clever ways of adding weight to your racket. For example, just adding one tennis ball, which weighs around 60 grams, adding it to a 300-gram racket is going to make it 20% heavier. So if your racket's throat is big enough, you can squeeze one ball like this inside, and then do the same with one more racket. And now instead of ankle weights, you have two a little bit heavier rackets, and you can swing them again like this, and again it's going to help you feel a very good swing. So swinging two rackets, adding some weight to them, is a very simple and a very good way of working on your swing, feeling the swing. So this is a swing. Now later when you hit a forehand, you're going to look for that feeling, not for this technique, but you're going to look for that feeling of swinging through the ball, and you will see how much more effortless the ball will fly off your racket. Once you're feeling the swing, just go back to using your normal racket without the weight and practice feeling the swing. So you can just go like this, try to feel that both of your arms are swinging, and then just complete your forehand into a follow through. And so you can just do like a continuous forehand like this. As you can see, I'm not really forcing my follow through and stopping very abruptly, but I'm just very gently working on my swing, and I'm just letting go, and I'm just initiating another swing. So that is one of the basic exercises you should work on, especially before your tennis session, because you want to start feeling the swing before you hit the first ball. Many times when you're receiving the first ball and your opponent or your partner doesn't give you a nice ball, you're immediately going to have to shorten your movements, contract your muscles, and so on. That will be the feeling that you're going to carry on throughout your lesson. And so you want to start with the right feeling of swinging. Therefore, you can do a few swings like this. And also show you an exercise for working on a neutral stance and a swing where you can just keep walking. So if you do a swing like this, you can do one step, swing the racket, swing both arms, and just feel how everything works together. So you practice walking forward in a neutral stance and just working on your swing. You can do the same for the open stance. So you just step out a little bit. So just step out and swing and come back like this. So again, step out and swing. Step out and swing. You may be wondering, why am I starting with a swing, even though that's not the first part that we do when we initiate the forehand. So when we initiate the forehand, we start with the preparation, and the swing is actually the second part of the forehand. But I'm starting with the swing because it's the most important part of the forehand in terms of biomechanics that you have to implement. And what you'll realize is that once you feel a swing here, you will start to understand the function of a little bit higher preparation, because it's going to help you initiate a very good natural swing. If, for example, your preparation is low like this, then you will feel that you don't have a good swing because you don't have enough height, you don't have enough potential energy, which you're going to transform into a swing. So the higher you lift the racket, the more swing you will feel. And so once you feel the swing, you will understand what is the purpose of the preparation. And you will just automatically and naturally look for the right preparation that is going to help you achieve that optimal, comfortable swing.